am going to discuss with you 7th class science chapter number 1, nutrition in plant. In this chapter we will do a study about the nutrition in plant. Okay, you know that every living things requires food. Without foods we can't alive. And carbohydrate, protein, fats, minerals, vitamins, these are the main component of food. And without food any living things can't alive. If I will say about the plant, then plants synthesize their food by themselves, whereas animals and humans can't. Especially animals and humans indirectly or directly depend on plant. How? Some animals eat plant and some animal eat animal. That animals eats plants. Then they are directly or indirectly depend on plant. Then in this chapter we will do a study about the mode of nutrition that is taken by living organism. Okay. I think that in this you would understand that what I have to read here. Okay. Mode of nutrition in plant. This is the next topic of this chapter, is mode of nutrition in plant. Then nutrition actually a mode of taking food by living organism and utilization in that body. Okay. Then if I will say about the plant, then plant take a mode of nutrition that is called autotrophics. Autotrophics means what? That the mode of nutrition when the living organism take the food by themselves is called autotrophic. Auto means self and trophic means nourishment, means self nourishment. Okay. Then autotrophic. Sorry. Autotrophic. Okay. Auto means here you can see here auto means self and trophic means nourishment, means self nourishment, whereas animal and humans depend for the foods on plant on others is called heterotrophics. Hetero means other and trophic means nourishment, means other nourishment is called heterotrophics. And a next type of mode is described in this chapter and is called saprotrophics. When the living organism, the mode of nutrition is taken by living organism for the foods on dead or decaying material is called saprotrophics, and this type of organism is called saprotrophs. Then in this chapter we will do a study about 3 type of nutrition is taken, mode of nutrition. First is autotrophic. First is autotrophic. Second is heterotrophic. And third is saprotrophic. Okay. Then autotrophic, you know that plants synthesize their food by themselves. That's why they are autotrophic. Animals and some plant, I will discuss with that plants in next topic, is and some animals that take a mode of nutrition and for the food they are depend on others is called heterotrophics, and some like as fungi depend for the nutritions on the dead or decaying materials such as they take, sometimes you can see that on the bread the fungi come out, and when the moist and humidity temperature, the fungi come out from that, and sometime in leather, and that things they are keeping for many long times. Then this what you will say, you will see that fungi is come out from that. What is this? This type of nutrition is called saprotrophic nutrition. Then in this chapter we will do a different type of mode of nutrition one by one. Okay. Then firstly we will discuss here about the autotrophic mode that is taken by the plant. Okay. How plant make their food by themselves? It is very important question. The process that name is photosynthesis. Okay, photosynthesis. By this process, any plants make their food by themselves. Okay. Then, if I will say about the plant, then you know that different part of plants, such as is shown in this picture. That what is this? This is leaf, this is fruit, this is flower, this is stem, and this is root. Okay. Then leaf is very important and play the important role for making the food. Leaf have some available pore is there. His name is stomata. Okay. Stomata absorb the carbon dioxide through the air, and root. What the root does? It take a minerals, absorb the mineral and water. Take the mineral and water through the soil and give the part of the plant, and a green pigment. Because of that, the color of the leaves is green. Name is chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is present on the cell of leaves that capture sunlight and release energy, and this chemical reaction is called the process of photosynthesis. Okay. Then you know that sun is the ultimate source of energy, and without sun we can't imagine about the life, about the living organism. Then we will discuss here about the process of photosynthesis. Okay. Then okay, now we are going to our next topic. Yes, what is this? You can see here. Then this is the stomata. Okay, this is the stomata. It is absorb the carbon dioxide through the air and release oxygen, and the water and minerals is taken by the root, and chlorophyll is already present on the leaf, and carbon dioxide is taken by the leaves. In presence of sunlight, all the process, all the chemical reaction is happens, and by the process, the carbohydrate and oxygen release, and this process is called photosynthesis. Then I will discuss you about the process of photosynthesis here. You can see here through this equation you would understand all the concept of photosynthesis. What happens? Carbon dioxide, in presence of carbon dioxide, water is taken by the root, and chlorophyll, that is chlorophyll that is already present on the surface, on the cell of leaves, in presence of sunlight, make the photosynthesis process. And by photosynthesis process, the carbohydrate and oxygen release. Then this is the whole process of photosynthesis, and I think that you would understand all the concept of photosynthesis in well manner. Okay. Then you can see in this diagram, carbon dioxide is taken by the leaves and chlorophyll that is already present on the cell of leaves, and water and minerals is taken, and in presence of sunlight the carbohydrate and oxygen release. Then this is all the process of photosynthesis. Okay. Then if I will say about the how you will go and how I will think that I will understood that the photosynthesis process is occur here, whether occur here or not. Then for this you go and observe the surface of leaves in daytime. What will you observe? The starch is here. The starch is present there. What it shows? It shows that the photosynthesis process is occur there. Okay. Then I will say about the how the starch you can taste. Okay. You can taste the starch through the iodine. You go and take a strip of leaves. Take a leaves, okay, and clip that and take a black strips and clip that black strips over the leaf and put into the iodine. What will you observe? You will observe that the strip the clip hold strip area as the color of clip strip whole area is not changed, but the another part of leaf is changed. Then it shows the iodine taste. It shows that the starch is occurs here, and through this process you would understand that the starch is present here or not. Okay. Listen, then this is the taste. You can go and observe this taste. You can do such activity and taste this. The starch is available or not available on the surface of leaves in daytime. Okay. And now one questions come in our mind that abundant quantity of red and brownish color of the leaves, whether photosynthesis process is occurred here or not. Then my answer would be yes. Why? Because a lot quantity of red and brownish color leaves have green mass, and because of this green mass the photosynthesis process is occurred here. Then you can say in easily way that in such type of leaves that they have the green, they have the red and brown color, have also take the photosynthesis process. Okay, you can see here, you will whenever you will go and day-to-day life, you can see that the green patches is usually you can found in pond. What is this? This is the name of such type of materials that you can find in pond is called algae. Okay. Algae, the color of algae is also green, and that's why the photosynthesis process is occur here. Okay. Then if I will say about the carbohydrate, then plants take a carbohydrate through the process of photosynthesis. But another nutrients like as nitrogens and protein, how the plant take. Then for that, for the nitrogen and protein, they are depend on soil. You know that abundant quantity is available nitrogen in air. But plants can't take and absorb the nitrogen through the air. They take and absorb the nitrogen through the soil. Because some bacteria that present in soil convert the nitrogen that is present in soil in usable form and give to plant. And that nitrogens plants takes and make their nutrients. And the protein, I will say about the protein. Nitrogen substances has much quantity of protein. That's why they take the protein through the soil also. Then if I will say about the another nutrients such as nitrogen and protein, the plants take the nitrogen and protein through the soil. Then this is the another nutrients that is taken by plant through the soil. Means how much things? First is carbohydrate is taken by the plant through the photosynthesis. Nitrogen is taken by the plant through the soil, and protein is taken by the plant through the soil. Then and oxygen is also taken by plant, absorbed and released through the process of photosynthesis. Then such type of nutrients is taken by plant through the soil and through the nature. Okay. Now I will say about the another mode. Name is heterotrophs. Sometimes you can see the heterotrophic mode in plant also. You know very well that the Amar bale means cascata. In another word we can say cascata is actually have thin stem. That's why they can't stand itself. They are climbed on tree, and that tree is called host, and that tree give the nutrients to plants. And when the cascata is taking the food through the host tree is called the host tree, and this mode of nutrition is called heterotrophs. Then you can see in this diagram, what is this? This is Amar bale. Okay, this is Amar bale and cascata. And actually they are not stand themselves. That's why they climb on the tree and take nutritions by this host tree, and this tree is called host. And for the nutrients, the cascata is depend on tree. That's why this mode of nutrition is you can say that heterotrophic mode, and cascata is called parasite. Then now I will go to another next topic. Name is you can see in your day-to-day life a feature structure like plant. You can see in this picture that the leaves of this plant is converted into the feature like a structure, and apex of the leaves is converted into lead. And when insects attract on this feature and goes in feature, the hair of feature trapped to insect and lead is closed, and digestive juices is secreted by the features, and it digests insect. Then this type of plant is is also called insectivorous plant. Okay, then you can see in this picture that this is the example of a picture like a structural plant, and you can see this type of plant your day-to-day life. Okay, now our next topic is saprotrophs. I have already discussed with you about the saprotrophs, the mode of nutrition when the living organism depend for the force on dead or decaying material is called saprotrophic mode, and such type of organism is called saprotrophs. Then you can see here then white thread like a structure is here. What is this? This is fungi. And you can see in your day-to-day lives whenever you live for long times, pickles, kept the pickles and ladders for a long time when the favorable conditions is come on that, when the humidity and moisture is taking place, then the fungi is come out on that. What is this? This is a fungi, and fungi take a mode of nutrition that is called saprotrophic nutrition. If I will say about, you can see here about what is this? This is the type of fungi. Okay. This is the pickles, and in this figure you can see well mannered, then this is the fungi like a structure is present here. Okay, then now I will discuss with you another topic of this chapter, another activity of this chapter. You take some pieces of bread and leave for moist environment surrounding, leave for the 3 and 4 days. What will you observe? You will observe a white thread like a structure is come out on that. This is called fungi, and this type of mode of nutrition is called saprotrophic nutrition. Now I will discuss with you another type of relations that is you can occur day-to-day life. Name is the symbiosis relation. Okay, you can see here the plants and fungi relations is occurred here. Plants take in nutrition through the fungi, and in return fungi take in nutrition through the plants, and they are making a relation between each other, and name of this relation is called symbiosis relation. Okay, fungi and plant relation. Then when the living organisms share their shelter and nutrition with each other, then this type of relation is called saprotrophic relation. A symbiosis relation. You can see in next you can see here the next type of relations name is lichens. You can see a chlorophyll containing cells such as algae when make a relation with the fungi, then this type of relation is called lichens. You can see in this picture that the algae and the fungi relations is occur here, and this type of relation is called lichens. Okay, then you would understand these relations in well manner, and I am discuss with you a next point of this chapter. You can see in your day-to-day lives when the farmers spreading the fertilizer in their field. Why? Because every time when the plants take a nutrients through the soil, and the scarcity, sometimes the scarcity is present in soil, and for the removing that, farmers spreading the fertilizer on their field, such as phosphate, nitrogens, potassiums, proteins. They are spreading in their field. And actually, you can know about the name of rhizobium. Rhizobium is a bacteria you can see in the roots of pulse plantains. Rhizobiums convert the nitrogen in usable form and give to plants, and returns plant give the nutrients to rhizobium. Then here the symbiosis relations is creates here, and this type of relation you can see in your day-to-day life. You can see here, say from this diagram, that this is the rhizobiums that is lives in the root of pulse plantains and give the nutrients to plants, and in return it get the nutrients through the plants. Then such type of nutritions you can, such type of relations and nutrition you can see in day-to-day life. Then this is the types of another type of relations and another type of mode of nutrition. And I think you will understand all the topics that is related in this chapter well manner. And now I am going to discuss with you the question answer of this chapter. Okay, then come the question answer of this chapter. Okay, then our first questions that is written here, that why do organisms take food? Then without food we can't alive, because food gives the energy for functioning of our body. This second question is distinguish between parasite and saprotrophs. Parasite means when the parasite is a types of plants, they take the nutrients through the host tree, whereas saprotrophs is a mode of, is that type of organism, they take a nutrition through dead and decaying materials. Okay, give third questions is how would you taste the presence of starch in leaves? Then I have already shown you about the picture of the starch taste, iodine taste relating to the starch. And you take a leaf and take a black strip and hold that black strip, clip that black strip and hold that through a clip and put the leaf in iodine. Then what will you observe? You will observe that the color of leaf is being changed, whereas the strip area that is covered through the black strip is not changed. It shows that the starch is available here. Okay, our fourth question, give a brief description of process of synthesis of food in green plant. Then carbon dioxide will take the water through the roots in, and the chlorophyll that is present on the surface of leaves in presence of sunlight make the photosynthesis process, and through the photosynthesis process carbohydrate and oxygen release. This is the process called the photosynthesis process. And I have already discussed with you a photosynthesis process. So with the help of cage that plants are ultimate source of food. Then yes, you know that plants, some animals eat directly plant and some animals eat the plants and that animal eat the some animals eat the animals and that animal eat the plant. Then they are directly or indirectly depend on plant. Then you go and make a sketch according to that. Green plants are called autotrophic since they synthesize their food by themselves. The food synthesized by plants is stored as carbohydrate. In photosynthesis, solar energy is absorbed by pigment is called chlorophyll. During photosynthesis, plants take in carbon dioxide and release oxygen gas. Name of following. Okay, then a parasite plants with yellow slender and branches stem is called mudbear or cascata. A plant that is partially autotrophic is called algae. The pores through which the leaf exchange their gas is called stomata. Cascata is example of parasite, and the plants which traps the feed on an insect is called teacher-like structure plant. And here the column is given here, and chlorophyll is chlorophyll is animals is heterotrophs, cascata is parasite, nitrogen is rhizobium, and insect is pitcher-like structure plant. Okay. Then our next column is which is true and which is false. Then carbon dioxide is released during photosynthesis. No, false. Plants which synthesize their food is called saprotrophs. False. The product of photosynthesis is not proteins. True. Solar energy is converted into chemical energy during photosynthesis. True. Okay. Our next question is which part of plants take carbon dioxide? Stomata. We choose the correct option from the following. Plants takes the carbon dioxide from atmosphere mainly through their leaves. Why do farmers grow many fruits and vegetable crops inside large greenhouses, and what are the advantages to farmer? Then in greenhouses, farmer usually give to plants a favorable conditions that is help to plant to increasing the capacity of growing there. And after that, farmers take a lot of quantity of fruits and vegetables through the green plants. That's why they make the greenhouses, and that is give the benefit to farmer. Okay. Then I think that you would understand all the chapter and all the topic that is related in this chapter, and I am going to wrap up my session here, and I will meet with you in next class with next chapter. Thanks.